Good morning, friends. It's Joy with Decor Made with Joy, and today we are going to make a St. Patrick's Day bow. But in the background, I want to show you a square which I've turned into sideways, a boxwood plain wreath with a designer bow. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with that. I got about a million projects going, but there is that. So the first thing we're going to do for our bow is gather our supplies. We have our easy bow maker. I have my ribbon scissors that are dedicated to cutting ribbon. I have bind wire, but you could use anything to attach it to a wreath that you want to, a zip tie, and then my Knipex are over there. Now I'm showing you the ribbon that I'm going to use, a sparkly green RG ribbon that has such a good wire in it. It's got some sparkle. Then this St. Patrick's Day hat and clover that I got from Paper Mart a couple of years back, and that is going to be on the top. And then I have a third ribbon that I have not opened yet. It's a 2.5-inch green with the clover, and then the little leaves sparkle in that. So I'm going to use these 3 ribbons for my bow. And I'm not sure what this bow is going to be for. I think an arrangement, a candlestick arrangement. So let's go ahead and drop that ribbon, the bottom ribbon, into my easy bow maker. Make a dovetail end on that ribbon and cut off some tails. And I put that in the middle of my dowels and straighten that out. So that is going to be some lower tails. Then I cut another dovetail to make an upper tail. Then I bring that through the dowel, straighten that up, turn it away from me, decide on the length of my loops, and in this case 6 inches. And I'm showing you here the Easy Bow Maker ruler. Bring it back through the center, turn it away from me, unfinished side up, and make a 6-inch on the right. And compress that down with your fingers or thumbs to get a good compression. Then I'm going to make another 6-inch loop on the left and pull that up toward the top, and then cut off a short tail with a dovetail end. And that's already a pretty bow, but we're going to add 2 more ribbons. So the center ribbon is going to be my 1.5-inch sparkly green. Bring it through the dowels, turn it away from me, and make a 6-inch loop on the left, and then repeat that on the right. So one of the keys to bow making is always compress that ribbon down and straighten it out as it goes through the dowels. The dowels serve to just hold it for you so that you don't have to hold it all in your hands at one time. So 3 loops on both of those first 2 ribbons. Now we're going to go in with the top ribbon, this top hat with the clovers and the white kind of background. And we're going to make an upper loop, bring it through dowels, turn it away from me. I'm going to make this loop, these loops shorter, about 5.5 inches, and on each side. So I create one on the left, then one on the right, and now I'm going to make another one here on the left, 5.5 inches, pull that up toward the top, start pulling my loops into place, and then I'm going to make a small, about 1.5-inch loop here on the left that is going to be what I call a button loop to hide my zip tie. Then I'm going up under on the right-hand side with my bind wire. The bind wire is there to attach it to your project. Then underneath all of that ribbon and bind wire with a zip tie, and I'm using a white or a clear here. Then wiggle that into the place on the center and zip that as tight as you can. Start pulling your loops out. You saw how the center button loop, I pulled it over and it starts covering the zip tie. Then I clip off the zip tie and just start pulling those loops into place, fluffing and getting that into the shape that I want it too. Now I'm showing you a sparkly clover brooch that I got from one of the online Chinese companies, I think Temu, last year, and I put it sometimes in the center of a bow. And I'm showing you another bow that I made earlier. Both St. Patrick's Day, both beautiful. Hope you have a good day, and let me know if you have any questions.